moment to reflect upon it. You know straight away. The puck coming out though. Okay.
Yeah, a little higher feature, let's say, a little bit more of the skill side than the brawling side. It's very interesting, though. I mean, you have a way of, let's say, jumping on the Oracle and Basil, silencing them, controlling the team right in that way. But I wonder if their combo is something with Buck or because it's another hero. I expected him that last game versus the Razor, perhaps, but wasn't picked up.
Yeah, I think the other thing to look at here as well is if this is Puck versus Dazzle. All right, maybe not.
You don't want him versus Dragonite though either. So.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how they're going to do this right now because there are options, right? Like you can still have Dazzle mid, Dragonite in the outer lanes. Tusk free is an option as well. We haven't really seen any team do it, but it's feasible. This hero does use gold pretty damn well.
Yeah, Dragonite and Dazzle are basically the best thing for forward queuing right now because it's obvious there are two cores. I sincerely doubt that Tusk is going to be the three. It's either Dragonite or Dazzle, but their draft is very flexible, which can be said for PSG LGD's draft as well. So I really think that in this game 3, both of these teams have really stepped up their game when it comes to drafting. When it comes to mind games that in drafting, their drafts are very good in first 2 games as well. But mind games are on a little bit of a different level in this third match. Yeah, this Puck, most likely they don't want to lane it mid versus the DK, but they can. The Dazzle can go mid as well, and then you put the DK off lane.
That was my thoughts, because like Dazzle handles Puck pretty well in the lane due to the poison touch. Of course, he can phase shift out, but the point is, if you do actually hit that poison, Puck's big weakness is always dots. Like that's the one thing that hero cannot handle.
It's way too squishy when it comes to dots. So easy to wear him down, right? So, but at the same time, he can deal with Dazzle in some way. If he manages to silence him with one rotation from the Earth Spirit, that's one that Dazzle. While the same cannot be said for Puck. If the Tusk rotates, Puck can always just phase shift out or just orb out of the shards.
Very true. Found ban is actually going to be on the Outward Devourer. And alright, a Luna to round it out. We've seen this before already. The Tusk gets buffed up pretty nicely with the Luna Blessing. Again, it'd be pretty effective.
Again, no buffs for this Luna. Usually this hero, I mean, this beam is that the beast is completely ignored throughout these is ridiculous, but especially considering how good he is, let's say, with this Luna.
No, he got picked once. In fairness, he got picked once. The team didn't want to pick it again after the Primal Roars was saving Universe's life.
He got ignored in that game as well. He was just dying. Then ignored.
He was pretty worthless, I agree.
Yeah.
And there's the Razor farm pick coming out from LGD.
This makes a lot of sense. You can put the Razor versus DK, you can put Chalice on that Puck on the offlane as 3, and Ame can be that Sven actually that was first picked. I mean, he was picked in the first phase and he's actually their core. So this is basically what their draft gives them. It gives them so much flexibility to just put any one of these cores wherever they want to, which is insane. Really, really well done by FY. Rezo and his Luna can definitely roll out of control in this game. I don't think it's as hard of a Luna game as it was was it the first match? In the first match, yeah. We only had 3, so
yeah, we only had 3. I know it's late, but try and stick with me, Liz.
What do you think about that gem, that art on Dragonite? Look at it. It's so shiny. Nice.
It is. It is pretty sparkly. So is the one on the Earth Spirit, though.
So you put Universe on DK, but nothing stopping PSG from putting Razor versus DK there as well. That can happen. However, Razor on the side lanes is not as strong as he is on the mid lane, definitely.
It's looking like it's likely going to be Chalice offlane Puck, which Puck is this weird hero to kind of slow in. I think he's kind of suited to the offlane role from a initiation control perspective. The problem is it's not really a hero that's going to build your Vlads or your Crimson Guard, right? You got disc. Well, that's not allowed. From the game, you better reconnect to the game quickly. Alright, it's now getting underway. With or without Lizard, this series must be decided between the sides of Ford Gaming and LGD.
I'm back. Very good. Very good.
That makes it more hype. Guess you have a co-caster.
You were talking about you were talking about utility and how Puck is not going to be able to be the one that brings it to his team. But at the same time, you have the Earth Spirit, you have the Swan that's going to be somewhat giving them some utility, right? The Earth Spirit can build Vlads if you want. Well, it's not out of the question. Most likely not going to happen, but he can. And then you have the Swan with the Warcry. So these heroes on their own, they bring utility to Earth. They might bring them a kill as well on this Luna.
They want it. Gonna go for the roll in. Oh no, Resolution. He walks straight back into it. The Stormhammer comes out. That means they can close the gap and look for the first blood here. That was an unfortunate series of events for Resolution there. Doubling back at just the last second.
Let's be honest, it was only that, right? It was only one event. When he moved back into that roll...
That is true. Well, there was a smoke, then there was a move. All right. I'm calling it a series of events.
All right. Well,
not just hyped up on that Netflix series.
Like just going so far, so deep in. He did scout out the lanes. So now they know that the Razor is on top. Because of that, DK can be on bottom lane. And if they start properly with these lanes, then they can play the TP game in their advantage, right? They can TP first, and because of that, they can't be followed with the Razor. Really nice.
Doesn't feel as good when you give away a first blood, though.
Yeah. Not perfect.
Also, doesn't feel good giving over 3 runes. As LGD take another advantage.
That's not great. That's not great either. But you have this Puck and this Razor just running across the map, not really finding their place right now. Sven doing the same. So the rotation game is definitely going in Forward's favor right now, I believe.
See if it can pay off. Chalice? He leveled in the Illusory Orb, so they can actually harass him a little bit at least.
Allow him to go here to this lane. Sven is rotating in, but his supports are not. We have X-Nova porting in.
Right, there you go. Grim Strokes now here. Stormhammer comes out. Tag team will turn around, but the Ink Sword's going to be used. They purge it off straight away. Just fight up against Arme. They do a lot of damage.
So far, this Sven hasn't seen a creep. And
what do they look like?
He has some experience from the first blood, but that's it. Now he has to actually start farming, which is gonna be very hard in this lane, to be honest. And Sven is... I mean, the Earth Spirit is rotating.
Yeah, it's a try and try. This is kind of an advantage to Ford in this scenario, though. You got tag team, and you've got a way of purging off the Ink Swirl, which is the big buffer for LGD.
Oh, yeah.
Roll in. And somehow FY misses up on everyone.
He misses it, but he doesn't die there. The tag team is used, but overall tag team is only 14 man.
Yeah, he actually lost a lot of health there. So he doesn't have the stout to start with, as he's gone for the Orb of Venom. You can already see MSS. You're starting to cut through trees here, making sure there's no sort of breach point for FY.
I wonder at what point are they gonna change these.
Oh, stun coming in. They bat away. They don't want to deal with the task, but they're going to move across. Rude on the spot. Sven can't do anything but die here. He will go down. Inkswell just about connects with Resolution, but FY needs to be careful. He's got the rollout, but gets blocked out by MSS.
Alright, so what's happening here? They're definitely convincingly winning the lane versus Sven, who has only found 3 creeps so far. But at the same time, Dragonite is suffering so badly on the bottom lane that he has to rotate to the mid lane, and they send the Dazzle bot. But this isn't really working out for them. So they're... I don't know. I think Forward Gaming are definitely coming on top in the laning stage.
Yeah, Yoar can actually handle this. He's done fantastic with starting waves, and he can deal with the Razor reasonably well. I say that as he's now being ran down. Eventually, he will break this tether, but not before giving over 84 damage.
He's healing creeps right now. And there you go. You saw that?
This is how he CS's. This is a true CS method. Of course, the mid lane is... It should just be that Universe is now unkillable and not really threatened.
Thing is, though, the Puck already had... well, not the best start, but he had CS. The DK isn't gonna dominate completely, but he's gonna just farm, and he's gonna be exactly that, unkillable. And that's most important for him in this lane.
And if you keep the Puck here, he can't rotate around. He just has to deal with you. That locks that mid-game in place. LGD if the puck can't actually make moves in that mid game, the top isn't going to do it right now. It might make a move on SVG though. MSS does have the tag team. He's finally going to use it. Nice shot. Beautifully done by MSS. Now he's in trouble though. The X-Swell's going to come out. There's no escape for him. SVG's watches on the sideline as Tusk will fall. Eventually.
He will fall.
Although Luna was farming the wave the whole time, by the way. So Resolution, the true winner of everything in this top lane right now. 19-12 in terms of CS.
In the last 2 games, he has been the winner of these engagements because, you know what? He doesn't show up to them.
FY? Manages to roll away just in time. Ice shot. You cut off X-Nova. Stun's going to mount the Inkswell as well. They've already used the Purge, which means Resolution's in trouble. Trying to move away with the stick. Turns around Lucent Beam. Should be able to get the kill on the Grimstroke first of all, but the stroke through won't be on the mark. So actually, they do lose the Grimstroke. They don't find anything in return. They turn around Lucent Beam as well. Earth Spirit needs an escape plan right now, but the tag team, a little bit too much damage, will go down with the heals. SVG with these Purifying Flames doing a lot of work right now.
Very well played by forward there again. Maybe if that thing's still connected onto the Luna, the Earth Spirit roll onto her and they can take that kill. Fortunately for them, it doesn't. Both of their supports, they don't lose the Sven, but that same Sven farming, he has less than, like Luna has 20 CS, he has better for the Luna. Think about it, Luna gets a good game, Dragonite gets a good game, they can roll out of control and provide so much pressure, set the tempo with these dazzle heals early on that they can take down full map control. It's not gonna be easy mid game for LGD, but they're the masters of that. They lose the lane, they still make you fight in some awkward position, and they find space for their force to catch up.
It's true, but at the same time, like, where are you going to find the space in this game? Because you're not going to create much space. You don't really have a natural tower pusher on the side of LGD. That's the biggest concern right now.
Another thing is that you don't have those stacks for Sven. Like, a long time ago, you would make stacks for Sven on Ancients, and then he would just catch up. But in this kind of a game, I don't think you can afford to do that. If you lose the lanes and Luna takes those stacks, you're ruined. Also, it's not as easy to take those stacks as it used to be. Some rotations on the mid and the off lane. You can see the Dragonite running bottom again as Razor ran mid.
They out in the shuffle, but the true winner was Chalice. He did manage to pick up 2 bounty runes in the bot lane. University says wherever you go, Fairy Dragonite follow. Top lane, there is a fight going on. SVG will purge off, look to move away. FY needs to roll out, and SVG a little bit too slow to get in front of it. Which is a shame, because if he did, that's definitely going to be a kill on the Earth Spirit. Who still hasn't gone back for a stout, by the way.
He did use Purge. Yeah, the stout shield is definitely something that would benefit him so much on this lane. It would make it so much easier for him to roll in recklessly. Like,
and they're going to roll in. Luna slowed down. It's going to turn on Lucent Beam, but there's the Warcry moving forward. Resolution sticks up. Inkswell's not going to be close enough. MSS stands his ground and harasses him out a little bit. Should be fine here, Arme. There it is. Stormhammer comes out. Resolution. Oh no, the stroke through the ice shot. Perfectly done by MSS. FY tries to roll in. Needs to tap. Can't get it. Pole smash through. Will finally get the kill. But he gives his life for this cause. MSS trying his hardest to keep his core alive. Sadly unable to do it in the end.
So sad, man. Those shards were perfect. Like, every time this guy uses those shards, it's so good. FY on point with his Earth Spirit. Not letting that Luna go. However, Puck.
Uh-oh.
He wants a part of this action. Oh.
He's got an Arcane Rune and a Dream Core. He's ready to party. There it is, Dream Core 2. Roland's going to be down to Oracle. Now they're going to be for a loser orb, zone them out. Both supports for the side. A 4th game should be going down. Inkswell, they're chasing for more. The stun on the Luna as well. Snowball across, trying to create some space right now. MSS just trying to guard against Resolution. He says, I failed you once, I won't fail you again. Chalice spotted in the tree line. Ice shards. Doesn't quite connect here. But now the tag team's on him. You can silence them all you want, but you have no way out. Lose your orb will not allow him to escape. MSS will stay alive.
Good
nice rotation from Yawar.
Radiant's top tower
exactly.
is under attack.
Yavar is just rotating, saving his teammates there. They dove so hard. Actually, I expected them to get more than just the Oracle. Didn't manage to.
In the end, a favorable outcome for the side of forward in that engagement. Getting the kill on the Puck is huge for them at this stage in the game. Most valuable hero, in fact.
I'm just worried. This Razor, he's having a good time as well. It's gonna be that Razor from the last game.
Mid. SVG. Oh, they perfectly placed it. They'll roll and they'll stun him up and slow him down, and Oracle should be falling here. That's a lot of heroes to retain, though, as they did have maybe come across as well.
I mean, it's a 4-man rotation pack. It's a 4-man rotation for an Oracle. I think if you're an Oracle, you're super fine by that. You got some experience, you defended the tower a little bit. Yeah, you fed, but you're a support, you don't care. That's what I at least tell myself every time I die. Must be.
Yeah, sure. You would create space, you filthy feeder. And yeah, 6,000 ping's a little bit high.
I want to die.
Wait, if FY's was 6,000 ping and he made that roll in, that's impressive. That's all I'm going to say. Especially since Oracle was kind of zipping back and forth. So there was like a decent little gap being kind of covered.
1,000 big rolls.
Does it make you jealous? Do you wish you could play Earth Spirit with that much lag that well?
Playing without. Maybe I would play with that.
Whoa. Are you demeaning the efforts of FY? Because it sounds like it.
Certainly not.
That's kind of like a mini dig right there.
Never. Just this Razor has had a really good. However, he's been rotating a mid and bottom lane. I think he could have even more if he wasn't doing that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how much the hero will be able to go through them. It is one of those heroes that didn't way too much and isn't on one of these
that is too
positions she dominates through the mid game. Like in the last, he was sacked, you know, at one point.
Not really a hero we see on a pedestal. That's not really a hero we see setting the tempo, which is odd because you could argue that's essentially what Razor's meant to do.
But in this game, he can definitely do it. I can see him already. He's given so much. I hope he's going to deliver.
Maybe we'll see soon. They're looking to take the tier 1 tower here. See if they can force someone to rotate and respond. And there are some deep wards here. You can already see it from LGD around this top area. So they see the rotation. On the Yawa, the stun's going to be there. They bat him back, silence him up. Perfectly done with the Wayne Rip. And Puck will just chase on through. Yawa should be going down. No levels in the shallow grave.
4 protection to kill the Puck, and at the same time, Universe has to use that Dragon Form. Versus bottom tier 1, however, reports it.
Dallas on top. Lose your hope to get away. Should be fine. Just looking for kills right now. He knows he's not really going to exist to push towers. He just needs to look for pickoffs and pressure this Luna a little bit. Meanwhile, Universe will pressure this tier 1 in the mid. As you said, Razor did TP down. He had the advantage as the result.
They're just dodging each other.
Universe going to be bad on the tower here. Trying to move through. Core's going to come out. Poison Touch connects on the free. Inkswell just working against them though. It doesn't get the effect they're looking for. X-Nervous going to get low. Will go down. And Ice Shards cuts off FY. Roll's going to come off cooldown, but it's too late. The poison will burn him up. Double kill comes out from SVG. And this should be the tier 1 tower falling in favor of Ford Gaming.
Usually what happens is Dragon is pushing, people port in to stop that from happening, or they rotate, and that's what happened with Razor. But this Dragon just dodged him and went mid and got his team a favorable fight around him, because Razor couldn't connect. It doesn't accept that Razor is the most valuable hero on the side of PSG LGD, and if you port the one, you just go to the different one and fight. Pretty well played by Forward Gaming, and now they're smoked up. They're gonna look to find this Razor on the bottom lane actually.
Somnus with a tear in his eyes, no one will play with him. And now he might actually have a few too many friends. He'll come in, Ice Shards will time off. No easy escape, the tag team comes out, you can static link all you want. But you're not going home alive, you're going home in a body bag.
Again, it's a 4-man rotation, so they've committed a lot. Sven is able to farm. They managed to plant these deep walls around the top lane to whatever they want to there. So there are some. I mean, it's hard to lose your top for it. Like, it's definitely not great, but you have some positives out of it.
He's shoving the lane. Daz will stay there. Universe goes top because he's the safest to do so. He does have the Elder Dragon form available, so he did have the option to push on the bot, but well, maybe just come bot again.
I mean,
He's really
Raze
committed.
forced the bottom. Razor forced the bottom, exactly, so you just go top Dragon Knight, that's it.
And the other dragon in this game, heading towards bot, Chalice.
Puck is dragon?
He is a fairy dragon.
Fairy
It is a hybrid type of dragon. All right, time to nerd out on some lore for you folks.
He is a fairy dragon. I remember he would mana burn you. Good old times. Casted spells.
Radiant's bottom tower
Good
is
old
under
Warcraft 3 times.
Not all of us are that old, Liz. Nice move from Resolution to the mid lane, though. They know Dragon Knight has to stay top, so there's just pressure on his tier 1. They're going to force Puck to come back to this lane, but Raze has already done his business in the bot. He takes the tier 1.
Radiant's
No
top
trade
towers
happening
are
just yet, though.
fortified.
This is like the most active lanes that I have seen in a while. Just rotations happening.
Target tower denied. Nicely done. Yeah, this is getting a little bit archaic. The top lane are looking to make it more archaic. Universe being gone onto. Pretty tanky, though. TP's coming in. The Dragon Tail goes out to make sure Sven can't follow up. And this is why you don't really try and kill a Dragon Knight
Radiant's bottom
with double
tower
bracer.
is under attack.
Double Bracer Dragon Knight with Dazzle, with Oracle. Never gonna die.
I mean, this is the thing. You get a hero like Dragon Knight, you know you don't have to use your big ults on him. The Shallow Grave as well. So you can just use them on Luna. This is the perfect scenario. You have two big cores that just won't die. Resolution might, though. Eclipse is going to come out. He's forced to fight Razor. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be close, but nope. He runs out of Eclipses. Chalice, or sorry, maybe rather, a little bit too tanky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Draco had options there. He couldn't just run away. That's a level 4 static link, level 4 unstable current. Maybe he could have decided to run back to tier 2. But then he left his dies. Nah, he could
he's
help.
Yeah. Asking a team for help is usually the good way to go in a team game. If you don't think you can do it.
With support, there's an Oracle with support, there's a top with support, there's a Dazzle with support. Could have said something. Like, hey guys, I have Razor
Radiant's
pinging
bottom
here.
tower is under attack.
Well, the other big problem here is you've now got Eclipse on cooldown. And at this stage, that's huge for Luna. Because yes, you can farm, but you really want to actually get like value out of your first two big ultimates.
Yeah, to be honest, this isn't really my favorable skill build on Luna because you can see the way he's farming the Ancients right now. It's not very fast. I wouldn't even have the ult. If you watched Luna on PSG in the first game, they should never go for Eclipse until level 12 or something. You don't need it. You don't have to max out your Lucent beam. Perhaps they felt that they needed that Lucent beam on the lane, and that's why they're.
Oh, Chalice, he's been stunned up here. He can't move away quick enough and finally go for the lose your old move away. You got to escape this. Nice move in the bot lane as well, actually. It saw the silence come out from X-Nova just in time to interrupt the Walrus Punch that would have probably ended with maybe falling if that had connected.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
The nice moves all around from LGD, just dragging the attention of Ford Gaming on both sides of the map. Creating space for the Sven.
They're creating space for the Sven. Actually, well, he's popped up to the Luna. He's actually even taken over. And I think that's partly due to the fact that Luna did not have Lunar Blessing and Moonglaive maxed out earlier. Honestly, she would farm so much faster if she did. And also the fact that she died to Razor.
X-Nova. A little bit of overkill with the Walrus Punch, but they just ensure the kill. They did actually use the Elder Dragon form to some effect in the end, TPing in at the end there. And that is a Blink Dagger now on Universe, so he's ready and able to get active. Eager to do so, shall we say. So is Arme. Actually has an Invis Rune and Echo Saber. They might get a kill. MSS. Oh, he just put down a ward. They'll be able to de-ward it as well. It's unfortunate.
We saw him.
They do see him, but he just placed a fresh ward, so that's a little bit upsetting for him.
Good value. Few seconds of wards. What more?
You saw something with it. You can't really complain. It diverted a kill.
Dire's top
You know?
tower is under attack.
Be happy.
Radiant's bottom tower is
And it looks like
under
they're just playing a game of Dodge Universe still. They don't want to be wherever the Dragon Knight is. Sensibly read by LGD.
Radiant's
There's those runes come up.
Bounties and Luna
Two apiece.
continue farming. Yeah. So they did use that God's Strength. Most likely going to prevent them from hitting in the next second.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah, but
is
are
under
Ford
attack.
looking to fight? I mean, I feel like they kind of want to with the way that Resolution is built, but still not got that level 2 Eclipse. I don't think you want to fight before level 2 Eclipse.
I think you wait for level 2 Eclipse. You wait for BKB and Luna and then you try and fight. You don't do it before. You're severely lacking damage right now on the side of forward gaming. You have the devil, you have the two not support, is a 4, but he has Necro 1, but it's just not enough I fear. He's
Dire's structures are
just not doing, they're just not dishing out enough damage to fight the LGD commander, right?
Dragon Tail, Snowball in the mid lane. Park has been found. The War's Punch is enough to ensure he cannot escape. That's a big pick off him. Ice Shards don't quite catch on the FY. And even if they did, he did have the roll and boulder to move away.
You can kill the dragon.
Yeah,
but
that's an option.
not it. If you pick him off, you can get that.
I mean, it's a sad, sad world when own kind is turned against own kind. It's dragons have to fight dragons. And
smoke and the blink of that universe. DK, you might
got the mana for the stun. Arme gonna go for TP away. They're gonna find the less valuable kill as Arme just TP's out under the notes. X-Nova won't be so lucky though as he does go down and they can push on this tier 1. FY lingering in the tree line should just get the hell out of dodge. He's gonna go for the greedy play.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
That's
That's
this
actually
one.
very fortunate for them because Grimstroke was the one that died and not the Army. It's he rotates mid, he's rushing it, farming it while all 4 of them are on the bottom and pushing. So
Radiant's middle
they
tower
actually
is
found
under
space
attack.
out of that. He's gonna have that little dagger crew on very soon.
Feels like Ford's kind of concept is we're kind of going to stave off your tier 1s to alleviate quick responses so the resolution can farm more aggressively. That's the only way I see this right now is they're trying to like enclose LGD in a small area of the map so if something happens somewhere they don't respond as quickly.
It makes a lot of sense. But that's how they do it. The way they move across the map is so long.
Arme, the big kill they're looking for here. A TP to work with though. He has just picked up his blink dagger. The poison touch is persisting, but they can't keep it running any longer. He breaks line of sight and he can blink away. Ice Shard just a little bit too late.
Sleeping mid, they're gonna rotate there with the Razor and supports. He's rotating in too. There's nothing, absolutely nothing forward on the top lane, and they're gonna have to react to this. You can see they instantly smoke up and they're rotating in. Luna is ready to fight there too. He has that BKB flying in, and we're gonna see a big fight there.
The scan just came out. LGD knows what's coming.
There's a hit.
They're perfectly placed.
They don't do that.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
In a second, Dragondale's going to come out on a Sven though. This is the big target, but it's not the easy one. Now they're going to move 3 corner free. They move into Magnetize as well as the Soul Bind, locking him in place. They can't do anything. BKB out from Resolution, standing his ground with the False Promise as well. But all of his teammates dying around him and he'll join them. This is a triple kill for this Razor. Perfectly done by LGD. Everything just connecting and they'll find an additional kill. Ultra kill for maybe.
It's just so and this is what I'm talking about. It's the Razor that I was expecting for the mid game. It's so easy for them to execute as well. Puck jumps in, holds them with Dream Pull, and he wants to go in we're waiting for so much. So what? There's a Razor. He just uses static, and there's no depth that comes from Moon and Fight. Overall, it's very simple to execute. But right now, because of that, they just forward the game.
The good news is, at this stage, you're not too high of a level, so the respawn time's not long enough that LGD can go high ground.
That's way of looking at it. Stay low levels so that you can move fast. Next level.
Take your supports with you, so you know when you farm creeps, you're not leveling too fast.
Exactly. You see it.
Time for me to go grind my MMR. I know how I'm getting up.
Radiant's top tower
It's like
is under
upskilling
attack.
your thing. Best way. It's spells you can't steal. Like,
Radiant are scanning.
Or just go stats. Oh, wait, you can't do that anymore. I miss those days. Need the good old days of stats coming back. You remember the old Lunas where they wouldn't level Lucent Beam? Oh, roll in the mid lane. In the river, Universe, in a little bit of trouble. They try and protect False Promise. The Dream Core move for the Soul Mine, linking them in place. They can't actually move away quick enough. Dragonite will go down. That's way too much damage. And joining him is a friendly little Tuskman. Yuan tries to TP away, but it's too late. Roland will stun him up. Shallowgrave will end, and so will his life. The triple kill for Arme. And the cores of LGD are just claiming heads.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
yeah. I mean, it's not. It's only the pause that made this amount of damage. So Earth Spirit was as that lads, and it's also a screen joke. A lot of players to actually shot so much with the turbine. He maxed out of phase, so he just damage. While all the racks in one bat, and that's this show Luna. Pure Dragon Knight isn't really hit hard right now. He have and he from that's all he can do. It's on this Luna finish out more damage, even the back. He did over more levels or anything like that. So putting into this Luna completely useless once the BB is up. So it's looking definitely looking forward. I'm not sure how they're gonna be able to pull through this midfield. This guy is thinking he's gonna finish at BKB too. And then another target that does not care about the Luna.
And all these items can be used aggressively as well, right? Like the other thing to point out with Luna's items is BKB, then Hurricane Pike. And you need this, yes, against the Razor, but it means you're not really increasing your damage output.
Yeah, exactly. Not the don't see the Yasha or something. Just the part so like you have Mask of Patents, it's great. Then she's gonna find allow me take that fight out. It's definitely broken when you look at it. BKB will definitely operate and survive.
Dallas moves in, Dreamcore comes out, doesn't silence on the 2 though, needs to be careful and move away himself. He'll be able to do so. Soulbind links on the 2. The Rolling's going to come out. The Magpie as well. FY looking to go to work BKB out. Eclipse has been used, but BKB coming straight out from maybe just standing his ground. Static Link just linked up, making sure that Luna cannot fight. We'll have to move away. MSS taking a lot of damage, giving it over a lot of damage as well. 280 on this Razor right now. I don't think they want to play. Puck does get out, went a little bit deep. Now Dragon Tail's going to be there, just kiting out the Razor, roll in. Not good enough from FY. Silence going to be there. The border smash misses. The Universe is going to be fine. Jason forward, Stormhammer, there's the God Strength, Luna, BKB trying to go with the Ice Shot to protect, but it's not good enough. They'll trap them in, they trap in the Dragon Knight as well. Universe has no escape from this. He will fall alongside Resolution. And they're in the base. MSS, he's going to get low. Snowball buys him a second, but it's not going to buy him more. He'll go down, going right through, just mincing the entire lineup. Buyback finally comes out in the Tusk, but not before they lose the Dazzle. He's down for 40 seconds. Roll in, looks for the stun. Boulder smash back. Oracle can't do enough against this. Yawar will buy back, but it's too late. You're going to lose another hero. Board Gaming's hesitation costs him even more, and now it's going to cost him a lane.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks.
I don't know.
Yeah, like they could maybe if they go no, they this is looking absolutely brutal. LGD are showing no mercy, and they are giving no quarter to the side of Board Gaming.
But don't. No. It's I think stage went for gaming. Get
And you said about the build as well, Resolution going for more of a fighting build and then not being able to. And this is the thing, when you're in a tri-lane that long, you're budgeting your XP essentially. So you have to make sure you're skilling correctly every level. As a result, Rezo is basically an item behind his opponents. Moving forward. Oh, SVG. Ice Shards block off the chase, but they're going to roll through anyway. They'll find him still. Oracle will go down. No escape from that. And they'll clean up the Necro's creeps as well. That's a DD, Sven. You don't... I mean, you can't go anywhere near him right now. Arme with a DD and God Strength available. Not to mention he's picked up the Chrysalis. It's not so small if he pops the ult.
Yeah, he's right now.
He might try.
No.
He knows where he is. Gonna move in. BKB comes out. Rezo looks to TP away. Dreamcall interrupts him. Now, there's the God Strike Rezo. No escape from this. Decides a little bit too late to run away, and he'll go down. The Dagon finishes him off from Chalice.
Fortunate for
Toss, by the way. Maybe? Okay. Maybe he's just finding pickoffs alone.
This Razor is just this zone. We've been talking about the Sun so much, but look at it's almost finished. Much more. He has such a
Yasha. Yasha, he has the P as well. And this, yeah, you can through Sven maybe. How do you deal with the Razor? So many options. And as with gaming.
And Ford is just very split as well. The way they were split up like that, losing heroes on both sides of the map. They need to come together right now because this is their last chance. No out of towers, nothing to protect against Megas if LGD commits. And they're looking to do exactly that. They've got God Strength in 20 seconds on the Sven. BKB available on him as well. Resolution needs one hell of an Eclipse. Sun's coming in. Dagon. Oh, SVG just about stays alive. Oh, moving in. Dragon Tail coming out. Stance on the universe. The Soulbind will connect on the two. Clips has been used. FY trying to move away quick enough. The roll away will be able to do so. They might turn around. Looking for the revolt. They'll go straight in. LGD moving straight back into the base. God Strength activated. Trying to force Dragon Knight away. They already got killed at Oracle. They're going to turn around and Universe is just going to be left alone. The rest of his team don't want to help. They can't, in fact. Resolution just farming creeps his own base. As they chase from what Yawad's going to go down as well. And while Tusk is tanky, he can do nothing to protect the rest of his team as they lose the Luna and GG comes out. It's not this is it's okay. So we've had multiple occasions of this right now where it's always ultra kills. No ramp.